Oh, the crowd goes wild. And Steve, I forgot that you are an administrator on my page, aren't you?
Yes, so
That is fantastic. Thank
that'll
you.
explain your banking situation.
That's right. Steve did a great job, and he takes over $10,000 for that job every year that I know of. So, hi, and welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell, live from Doc Pierce's background. Doc Pierce's, my parents' restaurant in Mishawaka. Actually, I'm in Florida at the Villages, which is retirement. I've done 3 nights of shows here, and the background here is very white. Is everybody else good? I'm seeing everybody in here. You look good. Are you feeling good, Mr. Goody and Alice and Elena and everybody and Valerie? I've had a great week here, which means I didn't have any time to write jokes, so be ready for this. Ha. All right, are you ready? Are we ready to go?
Ready to go.
Because we have a great show. We have an encore show with Perry Barton and Phil Van T, which is a fantastic thing. So here we go. Let's start. Okay, did you see this? First, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. Now, Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard have announced they do not bathe their kids until they're really dirty or they stink. Yeah. Look, when I was growing up, unless I stunk up the building or got the house dirty, I didn't even exist to my parents. How is this news right now? I mean, if it weren't for the $5,000 they spent on braces, they wouldn't even ask me to brush my teeth. I mean, how are parents do this? And by the way, oh no, you don't make them take a bath until they need one. I was kicked out of the house at 8 a.m. and told not to come back inside till it was dark or I lost a limb. What is going on? My parents didn't care when or where I went as long as they didn't have to hear about it or I stayed outside the whole time. I mean, anybody else? This is like some huge news that they're not bathing their kids every second of the day. Oh, wait, I see some breaking news. Are you ready? Hillary Duff let her kids spend a day without hair gel. Oh, that's parenting news, everybody. All right. That could be a bit that, if I work it out, might be in the show. Next, hey, the royal family sent out well wishes to Meghan Markle on her 40th birthday. The royal family sending out well wishes. The note read, "Dear Meghan, the Queen wishes you would fall in a well." Well wishes.
Brilliant.
That was really, that's going to be the height of this set.
Good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. That's going to be, let's hang our hat on that one, shall we? Hey, here's exciting. I read this today. Ex-Trump Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is being investigated for a missing $5,800 bottle of booze that was gifted to him by the Japanese. Did you see this? They gave him a $5,800 bottle of booze. No one knows where it is, and it's illegal to receive any gifts that aren't registered, right? And Pompeo said he doesn't recall receiving the expensive hooch at all, and maybe he'll remember better after he gets over this incredible hangover.
Dear.
It's all destroying the evidence.
That's right. Yeah, destroying it and then peeing it out. Okay. By the way, has anyone ever heard the old saying, don't go to bed angry or leave the house angry because you don't know if your spouse, parent, etc. might die and the last interaction you had with them, with your loved one, was anger or dysfunction? Has anybody ever heard that? Never go to bed angry because they might die and the last interaction you had was negative. And for the rest of your life, you have the knowledge that you didn't resolve things before the end. And I say, that's stupid, is what I say. And I'll tell you why. Now, don't misunderstand me. I think you should not leave the house or go to bed angry, but not because somebody might die, but because we probably won't die. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying right here? I would rather die than have to wake up in the morning and hear about all this crap again. If I leave the house angry and we've had a big argument, please hit me with a frickin' bus so I don't have to walk back in there and deal with any of that junk. Do you understand what I'm saying, everybody?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, that's good. No punchlines, but that's my thoughts.
I thought the bus was the punchline.
The bus was the punchline. Hit me with a friggin' bus. Well, I guess the concept is the punchline. The concept is I don't want to go to bed angry because I don't want to wake up and have to deal with it again. Okay. Hey, a federal judge in Colorado has sanctioned 2 lawyers who filed lawsuits challenging the 2020 elections, saying that they were frivolous and not warranted. The lawyers' lawsuits were so bad and filled with idiocy that they quoted Trump tweets, provided 0 evidence, and they actually even used affidavits from people that they'd never met and didn't even know if they worked on the election. The judge ruled they had acted in bad faith. Now, in one statement, one of the lawyers took exception and said, "We weren't acting. Our faith was the baddest faith of all the faiths in history." And please, let's give $1.6 billion. Okay. That one I didn't know where to go with. Next. Oh, by the way, at this point, everyone is asking for the resignation of Governor Cuomo, except Governor Cuomo. So, he has defended numerous sexual harassment charges by women over many years by showing us images of him also sexually harassing men. I love that his excuse is, "See, I love rubbing everybody." Little tongue there. I don't know if he did the tongue thing, though. That's going. I wish I had the volume up so I could hear the huge laughter. I like that Phil did a good thing. He turned his camera off and just a picture of him smiling like he likes it. Now this is something that happened today. Mexico is suing U.S. gun makers for bringing $2.4 billion worth of guns into Mexico illegally. I know. So they want a huge cash settlement, or they want them to pay for a wall to keep more guns out. They'll build the wall. Okay. Hey, this one you have to remember 2 stories to know. First of all, Australian Olympic athletes have been condemned for their excessive drinking and behavior during their flight home after the games. Did you all see that? Wow. Yep. Flight attendants were asked why they were struggling to take care of the rowdy Aussies. One replied, "Hey, this isn't Frontier and we ain't got no duct tape." So, if you've seen the story about did you all see the story about them Frontier duct taping the guy to the seat who'd been touching people? So, the Aussies are a little bigger than that. All right, only 17 more pages. By the way, it's fun down here in the villages, but it's like Hotel California. It's like they've created these little towns that look like Disney downtowns, and you get your golf cart, but the whole world doesn't exist outside of here, and it's a little weird, is what it is. Speaking of that, a new biography. Crap. My entire thing just closed. Hold on a second, kids. There, it's back.
Get hit by a bus. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'd rather get hit by a bus than have to deal with my wife in the morning. That was the point. Okay. A new biography of Osama bin Laden says the terrorist leader thought that the attack of September 11th would cause the U.S. to remove all troops from Saudi Arabia and the entire Middle East. Because, Pearl Harbor made sure we were hands off in Japan. Okay, I expected more out of that joke.
So did we.
Yeah. Well, the rest of this is no joke. I just found it fascinating. This book on Osama bin Laden. other wacky insights. Did you know that bin Laden he had tons of cases of Just for Men hair dye because he didn't like the gray. And he would wear a cowboy hat all around his compound because he knew that U.S. spies were watching. The most startling revelation for me, and possibly Steve and all the men here, was that bin Laden was only 54 when he was killed. 2 years younger than me. So who knew that 22 wives, 58 kids, and radical terrorism could make you look like Sauron from Lord of the Rings? I didn't know that. Oh, Gandalf. Okay, anyway. Okay, now the joke that my wife did not like at all. And I think maybe the last one. This is the last joke. So, Steve, I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Mattel is planning on creating 6 Barbie dolls based on women scientists. This is very cool. Some who worked on the COVID vaccine and other dolls from STEM-related careers. Now, not to be outdone, anti-vaxxers and Trumpers are putting out their own dolls. It quits school in the 9th grade and marries a sexual predator. It's called the Flat Earth Lauren Boebert. Thank you, Steve. That was Steve Goody clapping, everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a fabulous show that starts right now. And by the way,